Hola everybody, it's NittPicc here, and today we are going to be listening to the Baldur's Gate 3 full main theme. Just a little bit before I get into this, I have actually played a lot of Baldur's Gate, but I have this funny little quirk, I guess, when I play video games, is I actually have to turn off the music. It's not because I don't like listening to it, it's just sometimes I get really distracted by the music and what's happening that I start analyzing the music versus paying attention to what's happening in the game. In order to fully immerse myself, I have to turn music off. I'm not saying I haven't heard any of the music at all. I've heard a little bit of it before I actually turned it off, and I think I've heard maybe a little bit of the main theme, but I don't think I've heard the whole thing. Just prefacing that at the beginning of this. So let's just jump right in. Okay, I've heard this part. The brass. Man, the brass was killing it in that section earlier, along with the male voices. Oh, the flute part. Oh, I've heard a little bit of this one. Oh. I love the color change here. Okay, so before we go on, because I was trying to find a good cadence to stop on, I apologize for not talking a lot. I get highly distracted by what I want to listen for. When I did my character creation, I remember hearing the general theme, the da 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 dee da. And that melody is the motif in Baldur's Gate. And that motif is handed around a lot. Those half steps that we hear create a feeling of impending doom with that and it does it again. It does it more than once. So let's just go back to the beginning, because I've already forgotten a lot of what I heard. I was so distracted by the flute part. There's our half step. And then we get a little, like, just this tremolo. Maybe not even a tremolo, but like these sustained strings. And then we had this percussion effect. Now we feel like we're moving forward. And you can hear that percussive in the cello. Now this brass part, the brass part that comes in and the, I would say in this case, percussive strings, they're pressing into the bow, into the string a lot to get this very aggressive sound. And then we get the, oh, we're going into battle. Something's happening here. Not only that, we're getting this heroic sounding brass line, which I think it's a majority of just French horn. Love French horn. If you ever hear anything and you're like, wow, this sounds super heroic, it's probably a French horn. But let's keep going. Let's re-listen to some of this. And then we still have the voices. There's your melody. And now we've changed character. We get this, like, it still starts out brooding, and then it has a change of, oh, relief. And Flute comes in and creates this sense of a little comfort with the motif. And the voice adds another sense of just, this might be okay, we might be okay. I love how the motif is hand around. And now there's a sense of hope, right? Like everything might be okay. And we've added the male choir back. There's a lot of strings. Everyone's playing together. We're just missing percussion at this point. We've got interjections from high brass. And that's a drawn out version. It's just really cool that that ending part is a more drawn out version of that motif that we keep hearing, the da 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 ba da da. I've missed out playing the game with music. Anyway, it's just really neat things that are happening here, like building upon the theme. But let's keep going. Let's keep going. Whoa. Okay, now this is just straight up. I have goosebumps. That was the, oh, going into battle. That's such a great setup. Oh, wow. The harp, violins, flute and oboe. I can't remember if this was not our time signature earlier, I don't believe. We might be in 12/8 here, or 6/8. So before we get into that, I just want to unfold it a little bit because I had paused it at like 2:44, and I want to go back just because I want to see if there was a change in time signature or if I'm just like feeling something a little different. I also just love the fact that we went from this feeling of impending doom feeling to, oh, there might be some hope. And then all of a sudden we had this loud percussive hit that like scared me. And then it was like, oh yeah, now we're going into battle. But then it went into a beautiful lyrical section with the majority of the orchestra. I just want to go back one more time for that. So then yeah! Those are like the battle drums, man. Like, here we come. And this just seems hopeful. It's hopeful, and then this. I heard an anvil in there, and that was, I think. This is so, yeah, we're 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1 down, 2. Yeah, we're in a regular 4/4 here, I would assume. And then we can switch to 12/8. 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2. Yeah. Either that or we just have triplets, and that's a really cool transition that we're feeling. Yeah, 1 ta 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 ta, 2 ta 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 ta, 3 ta 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 ta, 4 ta 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 ta, 1. We've got the rhythmic melody underneath, and now we got the main melody on top. That bass trombone is really getting it. Let's just keep going. See, this is the main theme I've heard. English horn. Now that's oboe. So we got an English horn oboe duet there. Ooh. When you hear those instruments... Ooh, we've added flute. Right here it sounds a little like safe, a little playful almost. Somebody get me the flute part. Piccolo? Ooh. Get it, flutes. Love that interjection of ba ba ba. Now this is like we're soaring, we're flying, we're looking over Baldur's Gate. Wow. Okay. Wow. This last part created a sensation of we've done what we came to do. Everything is okay. We've completed our quest. And it's like you can hear the flourish of the flute and the piccolo within this ending part. Like if we were doing some kind of cinematography, right? Like imagine seeing a pull-out view of just Baldur's Gate. Imagine pulling away and seeing that and like birds flying and water rushing it from waterfalls or rivers moving. Like it creates this sense of we've done the thing we've came to do and now we're safe. And I just like to go over that one more time and just kind of talk through it a little bit. So we have that motif again played in the trumpet part. And see, we're cooling it down here. I'm assuming this is part 3. We have the harp and the English horn, possibly oboe. 2 oboes, maybe. And it's like we're cooling it down. Maybe tending to our wounds a little bit, you know. And then we get the flute, right? And we get this possibly a small counter melody in these strings. And it's not... that cadence didn't happen just so it could lead into that piccolo part. And now it's fuller. We lose the winds for a second, just for a second, to add the interjection of the trumpet to make it feel like we did it. There's hope. Oh. And again, there's that hope, that triumphant, bugle, trumpet call. You may have lost people along the way, but we made it. Oh! And hear the flourish of woodwinds, the flight. Imagine that cinematography. Close your eyes and see if you can see it. I can see it. And then you see the theme, Baldur's Gate. And then it just cools it down. Cello and oboe. Maybe English horn. That's English horn. It's gorgeous, man. Oh my gosh. I cannot believe I have never listened to the full main theme whatsoever. I could probably sit here for about several hours and talk about like what chord progression is happening here, what key signature we're in, what actual time signatures we are going through, because apparently I'm obsessed with that. If I had a score in front of me, it would be so cool to just see what the parts look like. I wonder if you can look up a score. The main theme is absolutely beautiful, especially with its like change of tonality and color and the use of that motif just coming through in different personalities. This is amazing work. So if you like to continue this conversation about music, leave a comment down below of what you heard, what this made you feel, or if I missed anything. I really enjoyed today's video, and I cannot wait to see you in the next one. See ya.